So my name is Ryan Coleman. I'm Director of Customer Success here at iFormBuilder, and I've kind of been leading this whole approach here towards the partner program. And over the next half hour or so, I really want to dive into what the partner program is, who it is for. We have three different tiers that we're going to go through. So it's going to be the iFormBuilder Certified Consultant, the Certified Reseller, as well as the iFormBuilder Solution Provider. We have a process in place to become certified, and also there's a lot of different types of activities and I guess other types of benefits attached to this partner program. So everything from support to the having a partner coach, to a whole network of other providers, to some marketing that goes along with that as well. So with that said, when we started with iFormBuilder, we really believe that data is knowledge, and good data can change your world. And as we've really begun to scale across 125 different types of countries, we've really been focused on how mobile data collection and good data collection in the front end is able to pretty much change the way that we work and people work around the world. What we've also learned is that we mastered mobile data collection. We're able to take pretty much any type of field level data collection. We've built software around it that is scalable, that it is enterprise grade. We've mastered that front end app development and data collection component. What we've learned, though, is a lot of the solutions that our iFormBuilder is being used on requires a subject matter expert with domain expertise, and they're able to really dive into how and the different types of workflows and how different types of reporting needs to work, or what a solid integration would resemble. And as a result of that, the partner program is a matter of us being able to build a solution or a process or a program for champions like yourselves to be able to take the iFormBuilder platform to the next level. What we've also found is that there's different tiers or different types of people that are able to really take the iFormBuilder platform to the next level. So the partner program is really about empowering you and your business to do bigger, better, greater things within the iFormBuilder ecosystem, as well as be able to deliver solutions that, one, are going to give you a competitive advantage, also allow your time to market to be reduced dramatically, and also be able to really add value to the end customer. And that's really where that's our goal and our whole purpose of doing this in the first place. So with that being said, iFormBuilder, as being a platform. When I say a platform, it's not just about collecting the data. It's a matter of how do we, what happens once the data is actually collected. So all the different types of integrations that occur, all the different types of workflows that are achieved. We're an inch deep, a mile long across so many different types of industries, and it's the experts and the champions of the iFormBuilder platform that have introduced iFormBuilder to our team and our development team to so many different ways of accomplishing mobile data collection. So what we want to do is we want to be firm believers that we're going to focus on what we do best, which is data collection and the software development side of things. And what we really want to do is partner with companies and customers that are able to take the platform to new heights. So who is this for? I really start talking about subject matter experts. These are people who have incredible domain expertise. So everything from people in the healthcare profession that are able to identify a workflow or a process and be able to either create a form library or create a different type of workflow to create efficiencies in the healthcare system, or different ways of reporting. I've talked to some people who have figured out ways that doctors can be paid faster, or for insurance companies to be able to, protect their premiums. To other groups that have been able to design different types of dashboarding tools and different types of reporting engines that are allowing small businesses to work better and faster. It really runs the gamut in terms of how iFormBuilder's the product is being implemented. What it really takes is the individuals behind the scenes to really make this happen. So the iFormBuilder partner program is broken down in three different tiers. Those three different tiers are the iFormBuilder Certified Consultant, the Certified Reseller, and the iFormBuilder Solution Provider. The reason that we have this in place is that the iFormBuilder Certified Consultant are experts and technically savvy enough to be able to identify opportunities where mobile data collection can help an individual or single-use company. So they're going and working with individuals or individual companies and developing solutions based on whatever their data collection need is. So they're going to be certified in terms of how all the inner workings of iFormBuilder, all the expert and advanced features, as well as the integration components, and they're going to be able to design solutions on behalf of other companies. They're also going to be able to act as an outsourced admin on the account, form builder, support agent, trainer, really runs the gamut. Where the iFormBuilder Certified Consultant really makes their business is off of offering services that are wrapped around the iFormBuilder platform. As far as the iFormBuilder Certified Reseller, these are individuals or companies that have identified that there's a repeatable process that they want iFormBuilder to be that front-end component of. And they're going to use the iFormBuilder app, and they're going to leverage the iFormBuilder dedicated database as their central hub. And then that hub is going to have a series of value-added services, reporting engines, visualizations, unique workflows that they're able to create and add customers or companies as profiles. Now, for those of you who may be on here and new to the concept of the iFormBuilder dedicated database, I like to describe it as the iFormBuilder hotel. If you sign up for a free account, you're going to have one room in the iFormBuilder hotel. That means that all forms, all data, and all users are contained within that one room. As soon as you go and have a dedicated database, you're still in the iFormBuilder hotel, but you own an entire floor in that hotel. You get to determine how many rooms are located on that floor, and it creates barriers between forms, data, and users of one project or one company from another. Where this iFormBuilder Certified Reseller comes into play is they're going to be the managers of the dedicated database. They are the hub, and their workflow, their form libraries, everything that they need to service their customers are going to be able to be distributed to separate profiles. So their paying customers are coming on as different profiles. They're fully responsible for those customers' data, the security, the management, the training. Everything they're creating a vehicle off of the iFormBuilder platform. Then at the top tier, we have the iFormBuilder Solution Provider. The iFormBuilder Solution Provider has actually been in place for, it's going on 4 years now. We've had some wildly successful groups that have been able to create a clearly defined end-to-end solution that has a value-added service on top of iFormBuilder being the front-end mobile data collection process. That was a mouthful, and I apologize, but basically what this is going to be is iFormBuilder is going to be white-labeled, or you're going to have a private client that is made available through the App Store for resale. That white label or private client is able to be, users are able to sell or buy individual users. Those users are then able to submit their data, and there's a whole process that's going to be happening behind the scenes there. Two of our most successful solution providers so far have been Active Strategy and Ecolab, in terms of them being able to create a solution that is completely scalable. They're able to have their app as a free app on the App Store. Users are able to download it. They're then able to sell and service those accounts as if it's their own. So where the value proposition for them is that we are fully responsible for the front end development, making sure that the app is fully supported, all the infrastructure that it takes for the data to remain in the cloud, the security components, all of that is already taken care of. In other words, they don't need to spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to build their own mobile data collection app that is reliable, stable, and current. And then as a result of that, they're able to add their subject matter expertise to the back end for a full-on process. So our users having anywhere from a couple hundred, or I'm sorry, solution providers with a couple hundred users in the field to 4,000 and 5,000 users in the field. We have a program in place that will allow you to scale appropriately. The big thing here is that a lot of our customers really focus on iFormBuilder being so much more than just a vendor. It truly is a partner within the business. And that's everything from the project consulting to being able to have different types of the services, or I'm sorry, the professional services team in your back corner. Whatever you need is really what we're trying to create a solid relationship with those partners. In the same breath, we are highly selective in terms of who we're allowing to become partners of the iFormBuilder program. We are extremely protective of the iFormBuilder brand, and we want very competent, very ethical, very creative and innovative people representing the product at all times. So
Ryan, just a quick question that came in. Someone mentioned that they love the platform. They've been very good at building forms. Now, they don't have a technical background. Do they still fit into this partner program?
Sure. The short answer is absolutely, from a business model perspective. Now, the thing is, if you don't have a technical team, where the value-added service really comes into play for iFormBuilder is your ability to make the platform dance, or your team to make the platform dance. However, in certain scenarios, a certified partner or certified consultant or even a solution provider has been able to lean on the iFormBuilder team from an implementation support to actually being able to take on the actual integration work itself, where you're still the face of your product or your company. However, all the work is being performed, or the technical work is being performed through the iFormBuilder professional services team. In a perfect world, though, there is a technical lead or resource. All iFormBuilder should be doing is augmenting those individuals.
So it's okay if I've built forms, advanced forms with the JavaScript, but I just don't have a computer science background. I can still fit into this partner program.
Sure. Or you have access to individuals that are able to assist with that value-added part. And I like to say that we are not in the business of creating competitors of iFormBuilder, meaning if it's just going to be regular data collection with no other integration or no other data visualization or reporting engine or workflow on that back end, then why not just use iFormBuilder in the first place? So yeah, it's definitely worth a conversation, and that's also part of the application process for us to really filter and also discover where is the real value of working with the iFormBuilder team.
Great, thank you.
Great. So a couple of high-level details here. I want to drill down into each one of those layers. So from an iFormBuilder certified consultant, we're looking for subject matter experts that are able to design solutions. They have a technical acumen that allows them to work with the current day web technologies to create unique workflows. They are able to fully manage, support, train, and configure solutions on behalf of their customers or their clients. So the real value to the certified consultant here is that they have a credential in this platform, and they also have the blessing of the iFormBuilder brand to be able to represent them in any number of situations. We have customers right now that are able to be, that are actually in the certified consultant role and are able to almost be in-house residents at some large companies where they're identifying new solutions on a daily basis on how iFormBuilder is able to help with their inspection process or work with their environmental health and safety teams. They're really creative individuals that are able to connect the dots in new, unique ways, and also have domain expertise or knowledge of how the inner workings of that company work that allows them to go deeper. And actually sell, 100% of the services that are offered from a certified consultant are part of that certified consultant's business. So it's definitely a win-win solution. We're providing a great software on the front end. You're able to configure and build services around it. It really is, I see a great win-win, and we have consultants around the world that are already leveraging the iFormBuilder platform.
And just to speak on Ryan's behalf as well with that, I've worked with some of those individuals, and they are truly talented in what they do, and they've been able to build their own project and process that's been very successful for them.
Absolutely. So, yeah, it's really amazing in terms of, we build a software, we put it out into the, a suite of services, or not services, but a suite of features out into the marketplace, and what users are able to configure. We were just talking to a guy the other day who was able to take iBeacons, and as the device walks up to a little iBeacon, it actually is going to wake up the device, open up iForm, and then populate a certain portion of the form based on that iBeacon. This is something that we've never intended to, make happen. However, a consultant was able to, leverage the two tools, connect a few dots, and have a really valuable, service that's being offered there. So the next thing here is the iFormBuilder Certified Reseller. And as a certified reseller, what the core components of this is that there's going to be the iFormBuilder app is what the end users are leveraging. There is a dedicated database, which is that hotel scenario where the entire floor is in play. The users or the partner manages the dedicated database, and each one of their customers are actually set up as profiles within that dedicated database. This allows them to have, full access to the API, full access to all the features that are made available within that dedicated database. However, it also gives them the reassurance that their forms, their data, and their users are kept separate from everybody else. The big component here is being able to leverage and manage the security, and also give customers or clients on the your customers and your clients the confidence that the data security is there. So that's the iFormBuilder layer, but also that you're certified in the data security standards that we adhere to. The other big thing here is that there's, again, you're not just selling mobile forms. You're selling a very specific value-added solution that it just so happens you've been able to find a repeatable process that it makes sense. Rather than having to set up a brand new account for each one of your customers, it makes sense for you to be able to manage everything within a single dedicated database. It should also be noted that the iFormBuilder.com instance, so all of you who have started an account or signed up for a free trial or a free account now, that is actually an extremely large dedicated database. Just to show that there's an extremely, the platform is extremely scalable. And right now, I think we're well over 11, 12,000 different profiles that have been set up and established within that dedicated database. None of our partners are anywhere near that level yet, but I mean, that's a challenge to each and every one of you. And then finally, the solution provider. It is a clearly defined end-to-end process. So it is environmental health and safety for universities. It is patient satisfaction surveys for healthcare. It is it is a mobile reporting engine for seed companies. It is very, very niche and very specific. Your ability to drive this market, I mean, focus is about saying no in the solution provider arena. We also want to make sure that there's no cannibalism for either other partners. So we're really protective in terms of how solution providers are able to represent the platform. As a result of that, though, there's also, it's the business in a box kind of scenario where you're actually getting a very well-tested, certified, powerful suite of software here that is at your fingertips, and the buy versus build conversation really goes out the door. What you're able to do here then is be able to have a white label, fully branded version of iFormBuilder, of the iFormBuilder app, of the iForm app, made available through either the Google Play Store or the Apple Apps, the App Store on Apple. This is giving you a clearly defined distribution channel for you to market and sell your end-to-end solution. We have many of those customers who are also, the opportunity might come up that a base product or a, something that just iFormBuilder might make sense, to use as part of the partner program. It's credited there. However, at the same time, I want to make sure that there's, those of you who are thinking about solutions, it's all about a solution provider having a value-added, clearly defined end-to-end solution for a specific group of customers. And then the other major benefit here for the solution provider is the right to resell licensing and users at a price that's determined by your market. So you buy a license for $10, you sell it for $250 a month. That's we want to make you as build your business and build as much value as you can into that solution. The intellectual property and the domain expertise is really what allows you to build that added value. Otherwise, your customer is able to go and buy iFormBuilder. However, it's your configuration, the way that you're integrating with the APIs, your full end-to-end process that allows for maximum ROI for your customer to be able to justify even a higher price. So if there's any questions around that, I'd be more than happy to address them. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, I just wanted to say, so that everyone's aware, after Ryan does this slide, if you have questions, feel free to raise your hand and I can give you the audio rights so you can ask them to the group, but as well as just put them in the question box. I think that'll be a good time to pause.
Great, excellent. So when we say a certified consultant or a certified reseller, what we're really focused on here is to make sure that there is a process in place that every one of our partners, regardless of what level you're on, either the reseller, consultant, or the solution provider level, that you've met or exceeded the minimum qualifications for our high level of filtering and qualifications in order for you to represent the iFormBuilder platform. As a result of that, there is a cost for becoming certified. And so I just want to address that we do have a certification fee that also allows you to have full rights to the iFormBuilder partner logos. So I want to just go through each one of these just to be able to clearly define what the value proposition is. So on the iFormBuilder certified consultant, it is a $2,000 enrollment fee once you're accepted, so free to apply, and then once you want to start using this for business, there is an annual fee that is associated with that. You do get full access to the products, the team, and the updates with the iFormBuilder app. We are going to provide you with a demo, not for resale, dedicated database that allows you to build your solutions and also be able to then demo them to prospective clients and customers. We're also going to provide you with a partner coach for everything, if it's customer service issues down to the ability for, hey, I want to, start exploring other ways that iFormBuilder can be used, or, we're also going to have that partner coach providing different types of, examples and demos of hardware integration and the value that's being created there across the board. I also mentioned that there is going to be the iFormBuilder certified consultant badge that can be used on all your marketing materials. We will have the listing within the partner directory, and also we want to make sure that all consultants also realize that regardless of the size of the project that they have full access to the iFormBuilder support, implementation, and professional services team. That would be at a fee. However, I want to make sure that you're not turning down work or major projects simply because of a capacity issue. We want to make sure that that is fully supported. Also, every certified consultant is eligible to receive 20% affiliate rights or an affiliate commission off of selling dedicated databases at the growing or emerging level. So depending on how successful your customers are or what kind of configuration you need, you're going to obviously be able to sell your services to them, but also be able to represent the platform. And this is optional. I have some consultants that say they don't want to have a conflict in interest they want to fully represent the best product for their customer. So we'll be able to work through that. I just want to make sure that that is also available, as a part of being able to build your business. In addition to that, then we also have the certified reseller. Now, this reseller, the fee is for the certified consultant. In addition to that, there's also the requirement for you to purchase your dedicated database, because that is how you are distributing your solution. So the first 50 users plus the dedicated database is included with the certification program. In addition to that, you have the right to resell users however you see fit. Now, the key here is that it's still the iForm app that is on the that is being used by your end users. Should your customer want to have a dedicated database of their own or go to have their own white label, we would have the ability to migrate those from your dedicated database directly into a brand new environment. However, I want to make sure that you realize that it is that hub and spoke model, and we really want to support you in that. So it isn't that there's an inflated fee there. It is simply because you're purchasing those first initial 50 users for you to be able to distribute appropriately. And then in addition to that, you will have your partner coach, the rights to the consultant badge, as well as the listing in the partner program directory, and also access to our team as a backstop as well. In addition to that, then on the solution provider level, one of the core, or I guess the major emphasis here with the iFormBuilder Solution Provider program is that it does require an Apple developer license, which means you have to be approved by Apple to be able to publish to the App Store. We will fully manage the app for you. However, you're in charge of the configuration and the value-added integration or other systems that you're going to be using to deliver your solution. This is app-in-a-box scenario where we are that front-end mobile data collection component to your value-added service. And then in addition to that, we will be having partner community events, everything from roundtables to specific training to business building to that referral network that could be built based on either geography or domain expertise for you to distribute those. So with that, I wanted to just take a pause here. If there's any questions, comments, or concerns, I'd be more than happy to address them.
So one question that came up is from an individual who's been using the platform for a long time, and they've been working with a specific company. Now, if they want to go this route and to be a partner in this certified, either a certified consultant or certified reseller, does that impact their position within their job and what they're doing with iFormBuilder, or would that be two separate things?
Sure, and I guess every instance is going to be unique. However, we actually see the certified consultant, one, almost establishing themselves to get wider within that customer, and also add a credential in terms of their expertise in this platform. Those of you who are on here, I'm assuming you're going to be in independent businesses selling to other companies. We are also launching here a little bit later this year the iFormBuilder, a certified iFormBuilder, which actually allows you as an internal employee to be able to get your seal of approval for everything from form building, data management, user management. But I don't see that it should inhibit you from working with those individuals. If anything, it should promote you to being able to do bigger and better things across that organization.
Great. Now, I don't see any other questions coming in, but again, if you do have any, please put them in the question box or raise your hand, and we will give you audio rights.
Okay, so I'm just going to continue here. We have a very simple, I don't want to say it's simple, but an easy process for users to go through to become certified. We have an iFormBuilder certification application. This is where we're going to ask you, tell us about your business, what's your background, what's your technical acumen, what's your idea in terms of being able to carve out a specific market or a specific process. That's actually going to be the application that we use to then go into number 2 here, which is going to be a technical interview. Basically, we're going to see what your domain and technical expertise is, and we're going to be able to see what your what your workflow would look like. And also, it's the, hey, does this make sense for me to go through a reseller, a consultant, or should I jump into the solution provider mindset? Mind you, there's distinct benefits to each one of those categories, and I think that would be helpful. We do have a 5-hour certification process, and that's where we dive into the what the program allows for, how to use the logos. Also, we spend an entire hour talking about data security, one from the the client side through the server side to the social engineering side, because you're going to be responsible for your end users' data. We want to make sure that there's a certification there. And then there's also how to build the business around it, et cetera, et cetera. And I'll be going through that here in a minute. And then ultimately, the culmination of all of this is the ability for you to demonstrate what your end-to-end solution looks like and what your value-added service is. So it's a practicum where you demonstrate to the iFormBuilder team what that workflow looks like, and that also plants the seeds in our head in terms of how we can best position our partners with our worldwide exposure as it is right now.
So a question is, how long does the certification last?
Good question. So the platform, mind you, iFormBuilder as a platform has anywhere from 15 to 20 releases a year. That means that we're constantly, in the SaaS-based world, we're on a constant iteration in terms of being able to launch new releases, new features, new functionality, security updates, really runs the gamut. So the product in 2013 looks dramatically different than it was in 2014, and dramatically different in terms of capability now in 2015. So each certification will last 1 full year upon receiving your certificate, and then from there you're able to then design and build your your platform and your solution accordingly.
Do I have to get recertified every year?
Sure. So we do have a certification refresher that everybody will need to be going through, and there again, that's going to be focused on the new features and the security features, especially in the world that we live in today. I mean, there's a lot of great things happening from our team, and we just want to make sure that there's a minimum level of clarity for everybody that's representing the iFormBuilder brand out there. Great. So just at a high level, these are the titles of the classes, and it is the iFormBuilder platform. We dive into, it's amazing. We talk to groups that have been using the iFormBuilder platform for 2, 3, 4 years, and they didn't know that we had an Android version, or they didn't know that we had barcode scanning with the device, or they weren't aware of some of the neat configurations using URL schemas or third-party widgets. It really runs the gamut. So the classes make sure that you're exposed to every level of the platform. We're also going to spend a lot of time on the building solutions. So like I said, we don't create competitors, we create partners, and those partners are leveraging the APIs and different types of integration that allow them to really build value-added services for their customers. So we're going to spend a lot of time on how the API is configured and walk through certain examples of how that API is really being leveraged. In addition to that, those of you who are on the call, if there's any way for you to make it to that iFormBuilder Power User Summit on May 13th, what we have lined up are some amazing companies that have been able to go from 0 to 60 in a couple months' time and really transform the way that they've leveraged, one, the software, but two, their internal workflow. It'd be a great way to be able to pick some brains and also see the iFormBuilder, seeing it dance. I guess it would be a nice way of saying it. So then we're also going to jump into the security features. We're going to really focus on what it means to build your business as an iFormBuilder partner. There's some really neat ways that you can present the iFormBuilder tool. In other words, you want to to be, you're selling solutions. You're not just selling the Lego or one Lego in this entire mix. And the value proposition changes dramatically as you go from selling an individual user to actually selling a full-on solution. We're here to help with that. And then ultimately, the practicum is a demonstration on your value-added service.
So for that practicum, that should be, I should be building something that I want to demonstrate to my clients and what I want my my certification to be.
Correct. So a good use case there is we had a customer that felt that the iFormBuilder admin control panel was too complicated for mom and pop painting companies. So he created a way for everything from the work order management through iFormBuilder to where will my three guys where are the locations in their houses be that they're going to be painting today be located, and then ultimately then they have a quality assurance checklist that they go through. Basically, it's rather than having each individual company, small mom and pop company, go and try to build this, he's designed a solution around that, and he's sitting there just walking up, and it's plug and play right now. It's just a matter of assigning the username and passwords, and everything is able to work for them. That's a very simple use case, but it's a value-added service because he pretty much chopped the learning curve into little pieces and just hands here, can you log into this device? That's all you need to know in order to use the platform. It's pretty amazing there. And then just so I don't know how eager everybody is on the platform or on the screen on the call right now, but we are starting our first session here the week of May 10th. So you have a couple weeks to get everything together, apply, and also ask questions of me if necessary. And as a result of this, we also are going to be having one live session a year, and then I think we're doing it every 3 or 4 months is when the cycle will go in terms of other groups being able to jump into the certification component.
So there's one more question about the practicum and building their solution. So if I'm starting brand new at zero and I take my certification training class, I've done everything that I need to do, is there a time frame that I need to then show and present what I have for the practicum? Is it 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or is it up to me when I build and finish my solution, and is it at that point that I have the certification?
Sure. So you must complete the practicum in order to be certified. In the same breath, though, we also want to work with you and challenge you to make sure that you're able to get the value back as quickly as possible out of the certification itself. So right now, I think we have it set up that, hey, in 2 weeks after the 4th class, demonstrate what it is that you're doing. If you want to go faster, of course, we can accommodate that. Or if something happens and you say, hey, I need a month, well, of course, let's work with you. We're here to make you successful, and as a result of that, the iFormBuilder platform is going to be used around the world. That's exciting to us. I just want to really be able to we're here to support you and can accommodate that if necessary.
Oh, great. So there's another question. It says, how does your certification process protect any proprietary information we might be using iFormBuilder to develop?
Sure. So, we take data security extremely serious. Well, we are serious about data security, I guess would be the English way of saying that. So what we have in place, we have different types of memos of understanding with some of our larger solution providers. It's your data, it's your workflow. Think of us as as Microsoft Word, the platform, but you write your book on Microsoft Word, so you can protect and fully understand that. In terms of us demonstrating, or showcasing your IP, we can have an NDA in place. It is strictly a matter of us being able to validate that, one, you are technically savvy, that you are the best representation of the iFormBuilder platform, and two, that you're actually going to be able to properly service your end customers and ultimately not sell snake oil. So I hope I answered your question there, but in terms of, I understand that there's certain workflows, or I've been working with groups in some really technical areas that they don't want others knowing how they've done it. They don't really care about them knowing that it was iFormBuilder, but how they've actually configured everything. We're more than willing to address, like I said, either through a memo of understanding, an NDA, whatever it is that we need to do to really facilitate that appropriately. Great, and just one last thing I wanted to jump in here quick, or address quickly, is the notion that we've got your back. I've been a part of in other businesses, partner programs where it's almost as if I was paying just to have my, the seal of approval on my website. We don't want that. We want this to be a very functional partnership with constant communication back and forth. From the partner network side, we are going to be hosting, exclusive events and conference calls, content specifically for partners. But what I wanted to say is that there's, if you're the largest company in the world, down to the one guy certified consultant, we want to make sure that you understand that we've truly mastered the mobile data collection component and have implemented projects currently in 120 plus countries. This whole process also allows us to be a very value-added resource to you and your team. If it's a matter of picking up the phone and talking through, different types of project consulting, on a project consulting, how would you recommend going about this? That's where that partner coach is going to come into play. In addition to that, though, there is going to be time when you just need extra hands or extra form building experts to perform work. And I want to make sure that you're well aware that we would have our implementation teams, our support teams, as well as if there's any type of special web services or custom features that needed to be developed for your workflow, that albeit at a fee or at a partner cost, we would still be able to accommodate and assist you with building out a pretty awesome solution. And then in addition to that, the business development component. For example, I had a call with a group out of New Zealand, and right now there's no way for us to service them in person. However, if we had a New Zealand partner, it would make sense to make that kind of an introduction. And there again, that's really the business development component of it. I don't want you to rely on iFormBuilder to build your business, but I also want to make sure that we're also able to build an army of some really talented people that are doing amazing things. Everything from language barriers that we need to overcome, to geographic locations, to that domain expertise. I spent time the other day learning more about soil sampling than I could ever imagine. It's an amazing workflow, but we just don't have the capacity to learn every single niche that we're working in, and that's really where I think this partnership makes the most sense. So, like I said, I'm going to be dropping this. We're going to be dropping the partner program page into the chat window. It is the start of the application. It's going to cover some of the high-level details of which category you might fit in. If you want to have any questions, comments, or concerns, I'm going to put my contact information into the chat window here as well. The application process is free to start. Like I said, it's a couple pages. We're really asking, how do you want to represent the iFormBuilder platform? If we need to have a conversation before that, I welcome it. We're really excited to get this launched and started. We've, like I said, we've had the solution provider program around for about 4 years. Over the past 6 or 7 months, we've been peppering different types of resellers and certified consultants with going through the ad hoc process on a one-to-one basis. And as a result of that, we've seen explosive growth for them, their business, as well as for, we're in some pretty neat projects ourselves. So with that, if there's any questions, comments, or concerns, I'd be more than happy to address them. Otherwise, I wish you the best of luck and really looking forward to working with every one of you.